Hello, hi, welcome to another English class with me, Anna from English Like a Native. I am streaming live to YouTube and to Facebook, so if I keep looking side to side, you know why, it's because probably has. Okay. Okay, I'm live again. Someone just called me. Maybe I should just tell everyone to stop calling while I'm trying to teach. So today we're doing English pronunciation. I'm from England, so this will be British English pronunciation, not American English pronunciation. So if you're interested in learning how to improve your English speaking, then stay tuned because we've got some really interesting things that we're going to cover today. And the sound that we're going to specifically concentrate on today is the R sound. The letter R, when it appears in a word, it's a very specific sound that a lot of people have trouble with because it's pronounced very differently in the UK to most places in the world. So, let's get started, shall we? When an R appears at the beginning of a word, we will always pronounce it. Now, the way we pronounce the R in the UK is very simply by curling the tongue. But the tongue doesn't touch anything, it kind of floats, which is why it's very hard to correct in some people when they have what's called a weak R. So when someone doesn't pronounce their R properly or strongly, it's called a weak R. So what we do is we curl our tongue tip and the edges of our tongue round, and it doesn't touch the roof. Some people touch the roof. We don't touch the roof of the mouth. It just floats in the middle. And we do a I always try to imagine a dog barking. So I want you to do this for me now. Imagine a little dog barking, curl that tongue, don't touch the roof of the mouth, and do for me Silly, right? But it's important that you don't touch the roof of the mouth because in many other languages, what you do is touch the roof of the mouth and you tap this sound. It's called a tapped R. So you do a is what I hear many times. Also in many other languages you do a trilled R, which is kind of a kind of sound. In the UK we don't do a trilled R unless you're Scottish. Some Scots will roll their R's, but English, normal standard English, we don't roll the R. So no tapping and no trilling, all right? So keep that tongue floating and that R nice and flat. What tends to help with many students is to make sure that the lip is actually close to the top teeth. We don't want it to sound like a V, so it doesn't want to be vibrated across the lip. Not like this. Just the position is close. So let's take the word red. Red. My lip actually touches my teeth. If you have a weak R, then you would do red. Red. I have a red lipstick on. I have a red lipstick, which doesn't sound right. So make sure that bottom lip is close to the top teeth, the tongue is floating. We don't want red, red. We want red, red. So let's have a look at some other words. So give me some words that have an R beginning. Not necessarily the letter R, but the sound R to begin with. Hello everyone on YouTube. Oh, I have quite a few of you on YouTube. Hello. Oh, some of you in London. Lovely. Okay, so Coco has suggested the word write, to write. To write, obviously, is an R beginning, but it has a silent letter at the beginning. So it has a W to start, but the sound is R. So not to be confused. I don't think many of you do, but make sure it's a write. Write. I write a letter. I write a letter. What other words do we have that begin with R? We have right. If something is not wrong, it's right. And wrong is another word that has a silent letter. The W is silent. It's not wrong, it's right. So two R starting words there. What else do we have? We have Really. I was really there. I was really writing a letter, honestly. I was really happy. R. We could also say root. Root. So you could have the roots of a tree, or you can have a route as in the path that you take, the direction in which you go. What route did you take? What route did you take? Let's see if I have anyone on Facebook suggesting words beginning with R. Nobody. Okay, guys on Facebook, are you still with me? The comments seem to have stopped, but are you still with me? Say hello if you're still with me. Okay, on YouTube, we've got lots of R suggestions. Rather, random, regards, rabbit. Notice how every time my bottom lip is touching my top teeth. Oh, I am disconnected on Facebook. Oh dear. Still with you on YouTube. Great. Rock, rabbit, rose, rule, rather, random, raw, read. Good. Okay, I have disconnected on Facebook, so give me 2 moments while I try to reconnect here. So let's see if we can put together a sentence using many of those R words. So many words beginning with R. Let's start a sentence. Let's start putting together a sentence using many of those words. Start a live broadcast. Yes, please. Let's go live again on Facebook. Rat, rattle and roam. Wonderful. Can we put together a sentence? Can anyone hello again. Hi guys. Oh no, I'm not live yet. Give me 1 second. Hello again. Sorry I lost you. I hope that you're all going to come back to me on Facebook. Poor connection apparently. I'm still live on YouTube, but if you're joining me on Facebook, please click that share button, share this with any groups that you're members of, and let's get everybody back into class. So we're now trying to put together a sentence which has lots of R words in so that we can practice. Great, so Coco has said, my rabbit runs, my rabbit runs, put an S on the end of that verb, my rabbit runs really randomly. So make sure you put an ly in the end of random as well. My rabbit runs really randomly. Good, great sentence. Let's all practice that. My rabbit runs really randomly. So make sure you're not tapping or trilling. My rabbit runs really randomly. We don't want anything like that. My rabbit runs really randomly. Do I have any other sentences? I can't see any. Okay, I'll give you some that I've written. You could try roses in really red wrapping. Wrapping is another word that has a silent letter at the beginning. So it has a silent W at the beginning, so we just start with an R sound. Roses in really red wrapping. Let's all practice that. Roses in really red wrapping. Roses in really red wrapping. Ron rides a bike on the bike route. Good, that's got a couple of R's in. What else have we got? My wrong answers were really corrected by a right man. I think we can make that sentence better. My really wrong answers were corrected by the right man, potentially. Roses in really red wrapping. Canal wrapping is spelt W-R-A-P-P-I-N-G. P-P-I-N-G. Good. Okay, so another sentence we could try is Rachel, so the name, Rachel ran the wrong route. Rachel ran the wrong route. Or Rachel ran along the wrong route. Marcel, yes, wrapping, that is the word. It means to wrap something up, so you'd wrap up a present. Okay? Wonderful. Oh, I don't have many people in on Facebook because I lost the connection. So please do, if you're here, please hit the share button and let's notify everybody about this lesson coming back online. Please. Okay, so we have Rachel ran along the wrong route. Richard ran along the right route. So practice that sentence for me. Rachel ran along the wrong route. Richard ran along the right route. And try really hard to make sure that tongue does not tap against the roof of the mouth. Okay? Good. So that's what happens when an R begins a word. When an R sound begins a word, we pronounce it in that way. What about when an R is the second or third letter in a word? Well, we still pronounce it. So, for example, in the word three, three. So you have a quick movement of the tongue there because you have the TH, three. So I'm still going into that R sound, floating tongue, lip against the teeth, but I have the initial movement too. Three, three, three. Ji Young Kwon has an exam tomorrow, is really nervous. Try not to be nervous, relax, just do your preparation, take deep breaths and don't panic. Panic will just cause problems, but good luck. Okay, so we have also after am I live again? I'm live again. Sorry about that. I keep getting phone calls and I'm trying to broadcast from my phone. How inconsiderate these people are. They never phone me when I'm free. They phone me when I'm busy. Anyway, so this makes me cry. 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 So we're pronouncing the R again. We also have the word grill. If you cook something from above, with a heat element above, you grill it. Grill. Grill. Grill is also a word that can be used to describe an interrogation. If you are grilled by your teacher when you turn up late for class, then you are interrogated, you are questioned by your teacher, you are grilled. There's a good word for you, to be grilled. So here's a sentence for you with the letter R, or the sound R, appearing after the first few letters. So we have 3 trees grew greatly. Can someone write that down for me? 3 trees grew greatly. We don't want any tapping or trilling. 3 trees grew greatly. 3 trees grew greatly. Thank you, Ran. Thank you, you've written that perfectly. And Coco, thank you very much. Wonderful. So practice that sentence without tapping or trilling. Another sentence we can try is crazy. Crazy crows, which is a type of bird, a crow. Crazy crows cry whilst greeting. Crazy crows cry whilst greeting. Can someone write that down for me, please? Crazy crows cry whilst greeting. Thank you very much. Wonderful, thank you. Thank you, lots of people writing that for me. Wonderful. Your star pupils. Thank you very much. Okay, so sometimes we have an R appearing right in the middle of a word. Now, I think the rule is that when the R is surrounded by vowels, so you have a vowel sound before and after, then the R will be pronounced as normal. For example, when you have the word thorough, thorough, thorough. If I was to say, I looked through the letter thoroughly, or I cleaned the house thoroughly. 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 Thank you, Philippe. Thoroughly, or thorough. I am very thorough. Are you very thorough? Thoroughly. It's a great word. Very, very good. Okay, and also we might have the word terror. Terror. She was filled with terror. Notice how in terror there are actually 3 R's, but I don't trill or tap any of them. Terror. It's very flat. Terror. You could also say horror. I watched a horror film. Horror. 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 You might sing a carol, or you might have the name Carol. 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 Wonderful. So, I am pronouncing the R if it's at the beginning, if it's the second or third letter, or if it's in the middle and surrounded by vowel sounds. Oh, there's a good one. Prince, you've said carrot. Great. Carrot. Montina, Carol has only 1 R. Coco, good. You've suggested a word that I'm going to cover in just a minute, which is the word mirror. So of course we pronounce that middle R, mirror. But notice the very final R. I haven't pronounced it. And this is a really important rule and a very important lesson for you to learn in English pronunciation. When a word ends in ER, AR, OR even, we don't pronounce the letter R. It becomes a schwa sound. And a schwa is simply Very easy. It's because this syllable is weak, and we usually replace weak syllables if they're vowel sounding with a schwa sound. So for example, mirror, as we've just talked about, mirror. See how I just do the at the end? Mirror. So you don't want mirror. What other words end with OR? Can you think of any? Can you think of any other words that end in OR? I've got one. If I'm ill, I need to see a... Do you know what I'm thinking of? Any words ending in OR. Ooh, Felipe, a warrior. Yes, I am a warrior. Warrior. And yes, lots of you are now giving the answer doctor. Doctor. So it's not doctor, it's doctor. And someone suggested sailor. Sailor. If you work at sea, if you sail a boat, you are a sailor. A sailor. Oh, non-stick, you said honour. To have honour. It's my honour. Honour. Tailor, so the name tailor, or if you you work with clothes, you mend clothes or you make clothes, you are a tailor. Or you have a tailored suit, so tailor. Mohammed, so you suggested the word corridor. That's different, that's a different vowel ending, just because of the way the word's set up. So we have door at the end, it's long or sound, corridor. But good suggestion. Marcel, you've said manner. Man. So there we go. The OR ending is definitely, in most cases, apart from a few exceptions, actor. Yes, yes, very good. Actor. I am an actor or an actress. But in most cases, the OR is a schwa ending. Okay? So what about an ER ending? Can we think of any words with an ER ending? For example, water. Oh, that reminds me. I made tea with some water, hot water. Shamim, you've said career. That's not quite the same. That doesn't have a schwa ending. Career. Career. That's a diphthong ending. Career. Carrier. Carrier is different. So if I'm carrying something, I'm a carrier. A carrier. Beer. Beer. It's a diphthong, but yes, that's also a schwa ending. Let me just remove unpleasant comments. Mohammed, teacher. Teacher. Cracker. Quarter. Giver. Oh, we've had from the previous one with the OR ending, supervisor. Good. Tiger. Letter. Baker. Mother. Lawyer. Taker. Non-stick. You said cobber. Do you mean cobbler? Someone who works on shoes? Cobbler? A lover? A seller? Father? Mother? Okay, good. So ER endings, again, schwa endings. What about words ending in AR? AR. Can we think of any with AR endings? I have written down no words ending in AR. Can you think of any words ending in AR? Radar. No, that doesn't work, does it? Radar is R. R. That doesn't work. Hanger. Hanger. Collar. That works. Collar. Guitar. Carlos is different. Guitar. Guitar. Spectacular. That works. Star. No, that doesn't work. That's a long vowel. Liar. Liar. If you tell lies, you're a liar. Sugar. Sugar. That works. Solar. 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 A solar system. Solar. Yes, that works. Scholar. You are a scholar. Good. Okay, so there are lots of exceptions with AR depending on the word, but in most cases it is a schwa ending also. So always be very, very careful. Carlos, just to let you know, the word car is a long vowel, so that doesn't have the schwa ending. It's a long vowel because it's one syllable, so there wouldn't be a weakness in that. Car. Car is strong, long vowel. Particular. Thank you. Particular. Good. Polar. Yeah, good. Right, okay. So that covers the R. So, we also have, sometimes we have an O-U-R ending, like humour. So again, that's a schwa ending, humour. And colour. Good, someone's just pointed that out, colour. So O-U-R endings. Obviously in America, colour is spelt differently. It's spelt just O-R at the end. But in England, behaviour, rumour. Good, lots of you are making suggestions here for O-U-R, favour. Good. So, really bear that in mind. The majority of corrections I do with my students for English pronunciation is on this R sound. What most of you do is tap your R's or trill your R's. We don't. Remember, in England, we keep it very flat. R, r. So don't allow it to tap. R, r, r. Don't allow that to happen. While we're talking about the word red, I thought I would tell you about some of my favourite and most commonly used phrases. Some of them are phrasal verbs, idioms, that we use here in England that have the word red in. So the first is to roll out the red carpet or to receive the red carpet treatment. So my brother might say, why is Anna getting the red carpet treatment? So when I go and visit my mum, my brother may be jealous and say, why is Anna getting the red carpet treatment? And that means to be treated extra special, to be treated like you're a superstar. So if you're making an extra effort to treat someone with kindness and just giving them lots of treats, then you are giving them the red carpet treatment. Okay, so that's a good one to know. You might hear someone talking about a red herring. A red herring. A red herring, lots of R's in there, red herring. A red herring is a clue or a tip. That's incorrect. So if you are doing, we're about to have Easter here in the UK, and a lot of children and some adults will get involved in an Easter hunt. It's a hunt set up to find chocolate Easter eggs. So mum and dad will hide the Easter eggs in lots of different places around the garden or in the park or in the house, and they usually will give you a clue to find your first Easter egg or the next clue. And you find the next clue, and the next clue will lead to another clue and to another clue until you find your big chocolate Easter egg at the end of the hunt. If they wanted to throw you off the scent, if they wanted to put you off or give you a clue that wasn't quite right, to make it harder, they would be giving you a red herring. A red herring. So there you go, red herring. We also say a lot, we say red hot. Ah, that was red hot. Normally it's referring to spicy food. If spicy food is very spicy, it's red hot. Red hot. You could say that also today, the day was red hot. I'm red hot. Oh, I'm red hot. But normally we're talking about food being red hot. It means it's extremely spicy. Okay, we also talk about red tape. Red tape is like government bureaucracy. It's kind of like all the rules that are in place to kind of prevent things from happening. So if you wanted to do something very simple in government, it might be difficult because there are too many rules and regulations, and it makes it very difficult to do something. That means there's a lot of red tape. So like when you're selling your house, if you're selling your house, it's not as simple as just saying, do you want to buy my house? Yes, I'll buy your house. Great, I'll sell my house. There's lots of things you have to do. Lots of regulations that you have to abide to and things that you have to do, and that's called red tape. Lots of red tape. We also talk about red meat. You may have heard this. Red meat is usually like beef. Yeah, red meat. And I think some venison. So if it's dark meat, basically, dark meat is red meat. You might be in the red. In the red. To be in the red is to be in debt. So if I say, oh no, I'm in the red, or the company is in the red, or we're now out of the red, we're just meaning debt. I'm in debt, the company's in debt, now we're out of debt. To be in debt is to owe money. To owe money. Okay? And finally, you might talk about being red-faced. She was very red-faced. This means to be embarrassed. So if you're embarrassed about something, you're red-faced. Or you might be red in the face. She was red-faced. Yes, it's the same as blushing, as someone suggested. So there you go. That's my lesson that I had planned to deliver to you today. Now, let me have a look and see if any of you have any particular problems with pronunciations that you would like me to help you with. Of course, I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so if you give me really hard medical, pharmaceutical words, I probably won't be able to help you. But if you have any just general standard English words that you don't know how to pronounce, or phrases that you'd like to hear me pronounce in my accent, then feel free to ask me now. So, how do you pronounce tank? Tank. And thank. Tank is something that you drive. It's a military vehicle, a tank. Or you could have a fish tank where you keep your fish. Or you might have other things in a tank, like a lizard would live in a tank. And then you thank someone, and that's a TH. Thank. Thank. Tara has asked, how do you pronounce hi, as in the shortened version of hello, and high, as in to be at a great height? They're both the same. High. High. They're both the same. Okay, let me have a look here on... Okay, so Hardeep has asked, here, this is where I am here, ear. That's an R in the middle that we don't pronounce. It's a diphthong. Ear, ear, here, and hair, hair. So two words there with an R that we don't pronounce. Here is my hair. Here is my hair. Landon is having problems to say the word manager, 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 manager. Hardeep has asked about the word their, as in it belongs to them. It is their house. It is their hair. So air. And over there. And they are. There. There over there with their hair looking lovely. All the theirs are pronounced exactly the same. There, there and there. Good. Ranbir has said he wants help with bottle, to put things in a bottle. You might have a bottle of Coke, bottle, and battle, to fight. Battle, it's a battle. Ba, bo. Ba, bo. That's the only difference. Bottle, battle. Bottle, battle. So that short vowel difference makes a huge difference overall. Shamim, a very good word that comes up time and time again, is the word can't. As in, I cannot, I can't. It starts exactly the same as the word car. I drive a car. Notice how my mouth stays completely open, my tongue doesn't move, and we don't pronounce the R. Car. Very different from the word can. Can. Look how my mouth changes. The shape is completely different. Ah, ca, can. Can't. I can, I can't. Very important. While, and whistle. Whistle has a silent T, so you don't say whistle. Whistle, whistle. Good. What else do we have? We're is pronounced as where or were. So Felipe, we're, as in we are, is we're, schwa sound. We're going home. We're going out. We're doing a lesson. Where, donde es, ue, where is air, air. So we have we're, where, and were. We were where. We were where. We were where. All very different sounds. Mega me. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Schedule. So this comes up every week. American is schedule, schedule, and British English is schedule. Landon has been trying to pronounce the name Rodolfo. I would pronounce it Rodolfo. Long has asked, can you explain death on time? I don't really know what that means. That phrase is an odd phrase to me. Ranbir has asked for the word abbreviate. Abbreviate. Ji Young Kwang has asked for word. It's a word. There's this word, love. Word. No pronouncing of the R. And world. We live in the world. So we have word, world. The only difference is the dark L in world. So we have the same vowel, were, and then word or world to end. Okay, we have identifying. We have the word shall. This dark L is a problem for many people. When L appears at the end of a word, the tongue, tip, must touch the roof of the mouth. Here, shall, and finish the word there. I can't say your name, I'm sorry, but you want the difference between want, and won't, diphthong. I want it, I won't do it. Ragnar, you've spelt it wrong, but it's through. You need to put a letter U in there. Through. Hardeep, put and but. Different vowel sounds. Put it away. Put and but. Hang on. But you said I should put it away. Industrious. Principle and principle. Drought. Poland. Coco has said, you're a fantastic teacher, thank you very much. And he said, thank you a lot. What we'd say is thanks a lot, not thank you a lot. That sounds odd. We normally say thanks a lot or thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anti-establishmentarianism. Polish and polish. If you're from Poland, you are Polish. If you clean something, you polish it. Accept and accept. Let me have a look through Facebook. I've not been using this one very often. So we have to bake. If you bake if you bake bread or you bake a cake, you use flour. You use the ingredient flour. And if you have a rose is a flower. They're both pronounced the same. Flour for bread making and flower. Ooh, lovely. Nobody's bought me flowers for a very long time. I have to buy myself flowers. Oh, my legs hurt. Oh. Okay, so the word entrepreneur. Let me bring you a bit closer. I've just sat right down because my knees are hurting. Entrepreneur. I love that word. What else do we have? Orchestra. If you have a group of musicians playing together, they are the orchestra. Or. Another problem that many of my students have is this long or vowel. The space inside the mouth is wide. Or. Oh dear, a bit of spam going on here. Shall we get rid of that? These lessons are not for spammers. Thank you very much. Goodbye. What else do we have? Tiny, January, and advertisement. Could you please tell me the difference between the pronunciation of raw? If something isn't cooked, it is raw, and a lion makes the sound of a raw. They both sound exactly the same. Raw meat to raw. Rawr. Felipe, good question. How do you pronounce Wednesday? Silent D, please, everybody. Wednesday. So we have no D there at all, apart from day, of course. But we don't say Wednesday, which some people do, so don't do that. Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Coke. To drink Coke. Some of you asking about, is there any Latin, Saxon or Celtic words? I don't know. What else do we have? Aluminium, Aluminium is a good one. In America, they say aluminum. Aluminum. I have an aluminum can. But in the UK, we say aluminium. Aluminium. Okay, what do we have? Emptied. How do you pronounce emptied? If you empty the bin has been emptied. Or I emptied the bin yesterday. Now it's your turn. How do you pronounce the word chaos? If things are crazy, then you're in chaos. It is chaos or chaotic. Da, 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 da. Ali has asked, how do you pronounce read? I am reading your comments. E, long E vowel, make sure you smile into it. Read, read. Against, oh, I've lost the, oh, against ride. I, diphthong. Ride, ride. Read, ride. Shamim is asking, what is the meaning of crazy? Crazy can mean to have a mental disorder, so someone who doesn't think straight because they have lots of weird thoughts, unusual thoughts, so if they have a mental disorder. Or crazy can be used for somebody who's having, you could say someone's crazy even if they don't have a mental disorder, but maybe they're having an emotional outburst, or if they're getting angry. You say, whoa, she's crazy, or whoa, he's crazy, because they're having an emotional, unusual outburst. Or you could just say someone's crazy in a positive way if they're kind of like fun, or, you know, most YouTubers are crazy, like, hi guys, crazy. Okay. How do you pronounce TH? Very good question. TH is tongue between the teeth, and depending on the word, it will either be voiced, th, or voiceless, th, like this or think. Negotiation. There are many negotiations going on. Hello teacher, what's the difference between American slang and British slang? It's a difficult question. They're just different. In America they have their own slang words for things. In the UK we have our own slang word for things. It's like local terms for stuff, so it's just completely different. Cavalier has asked, how do you say the place Worcestershire? Worcestershire, completely different to how it's spelt. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. How do you pronounce the word choir? If you sing as a group, you are a choir. A choir. Congratulations. Congratulations. And celebrations. Da 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 da. No? Do you know that song? No? Okay. How do you say Southport? The town in which I was born. Southport. In the north of England, Southport. Nostalgia, peculiar, reliable, hypothesis, oh good word, hypothesis, win, girl and her, good words that I often hear mispronounced. Girl, no R, girl, and her. Look how still my mouth is. Her. Her mother is a girl. Some people confuse pronouncing Edinburgh. Yes, the place Edinburgh, the city in Scotland. Edinburgh. Edinburgh is not Edinburgh, but Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Immunologist. Immunologist. Opportunity. Opportunity. Signature. Signature. Sandir has asked, could we write congratulations without S? Not really. I've never seen congratulations written without an S, because you give your congratulations. You don't congratulation. No, never. You can the act of giving congratulations is to congratulate. He congratulated her. They are congratulating each other, but congratulations always has an S on the end. How do you say I love you? I love you. I love you. I love you. Pseudonym. Pseudonym. Pneumonia. Hopefully none of us will ever have pneumonia. It's a very, very severe illness to have. Hardeep. How do you pronounce the name Arnold Schwarzenegger? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Financial. Likeable. Consciousness. Stereotype. Unique. Someone said, how do you spell life and live? Be aware, if you're asking a teacher or a native for corrections on speaking, you're asking for the pronunciation. So if you want to know how to say something, you say, how do I say, or how do I pronounce? If you want to know the exact letters to write the word, you say, how do I spell? How do I say? How do I pronounce? How do I spell? Okay? So it's all very different. So don't ask for pronunciation by saying, how do I spell? And the answer to your question is life. I have a life. I live my life. And live. Live. But if we are doing a live broadcast, it's pronounced differently again. Associate. Weird. I don't know that word. Azeroth. Don't know that word. Sheet and cheese. Processes. Species. Removed. British accent. Been and been. If you're saying somewhere that you have been, I've been there, I've been to India, I've been to America, I've been to China, it's pronounced exactly the same as a bean that you eat. Like baked bean. In the UK, we enjoy baked beans on toast. Baked beans. I've been eating beans. Clergyman. Clergyman. Situation. Okay, so it's about 1:05 now, so I've been live for nearly 50 minutes, so I don't know, are we finding this useful or is this boring, people? I might just do maybe 10 more minutes and then go and do some more work. Okay. How do you say prerogative? Prerogative. Oh, Irfan, this is a great word. Obnoxious. Obnoxious. Hopefully none of us are obnoxious. Obnoxious. If you don't know the word, look it up. Rendezvous. Rendezvous is a French word, I believe, but we use it in the UK to mean exactly what it means in French. Rendezvous. Great word. Sebastian, love and loved. I loved him once. I love him now. Lips. Lips. Déjà vu. Is that a French word? Or French words? Déjà vu means to be repeating something or to experience something you feel like you've experienced before. I'm having déjà vu. I'm sure I've done this before. Concentric. I don't know what it means actually. Concentric. Maybe have a look on the Cambridge Dictionary. That'll help you. Melton. Melton is how I would say it. Hardeep. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a word from the show or the film Mary Poppins. And it's a very, very long word which means nothing. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But it's a great song, so you should look it up. Maybe I should do it as a Learn English Through Song video. Okay, so we have love and laugh. Laugh is a good word. Long vowel R and then the letter F is what you want to think of. Laugh. Laugh. Some people in north of England, and in America we'll say laugh with an ah. You want ah. Ah, not ah, yes. Laugh. Odour. Odour. If something smells, or if there is a smell, it can be good or bad. It's an odour. She had a certain odour about her. Or you might say it's odourless. It doesn't smell of anything. It's odourless. Mutton. Mutton is old. Like old sheep meat. We have a phrase, mutton dressed as lamb. It means when an old woman dresses like a young woman. You'd say, oh, she's mutton dressed as lamb. Mutton dressed as lamb. Paolo, handkerchief. 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 Eamon, ensure. Creatures. Pure. Algeria. Oh, you're saying, do I know Algeria? Yes, of course I know Algeria. Rachid, keyboard. Keyboard. How do you pronounce Sutton? I used to live in Sutton. Sutton. And the county Surrey. Surrey. Similar but different to the word sorry. Surrey. Sorry. My turn. Now say okay, so if you have any words that you want me to pronounce in an English accent, then please let me know. Other questions that aren't helpful to the group, I won't do live. Okay, so I've got police, attain, to attain something, hilarious, if something is very funny, it's hilarious, confuse, confuse, ambulance, ambulance, if you're in need of urgent medical attention, you might call for an ambulance to come and pick you up. Rachid, compassionate, compassionate. What's the difference between abrupt and sudden? I think they're both interchangeable, completely interchangeable. It came to an abrupt stop. They suddenly stopped. Recipe. So the instructions for cooking a meal would be a recipe. Squirrel. The little animal, a squirrel. Metaphysical. Business. Biz, a Z sound, business. If you work in business or you want to do business, then you must remember that first S is sounded like a Z. Business. Emin, centre. Centre. Schwa ending. Particular. Schwa ending. Particular. Reciprocal. Tame. Sam. London, we say the name Sam, just with a short A sound. Sam. Anna. Tourist. Tourist. Benny, you're asking for a very difficult word, which is the sixth. We've talked about it many times before. Sixth. Many sounds are going on. We've got a K, sick, S, an S, six, and then a TH. Sixth. So I want to meet you on the 6th of June. 6th. I'm being asked, would you like a cup of coffee? I would love a cup of coffee. Thank you very much. So Cavalier's asking, when do you use apology versus sorry? If I do something to hurt you or upset you, or if I knock your papers out of your hand, I would say, oh, I'm sorry. Or, so I'm sorry, or I apologise. I apologise. I'm sorry, I apologise. Apologise is a little bit more formal, but both have the same sentiment. So I'm sorry, I apologise. If you're writing an email or a letter, or you're saying sorry for something that happened a while ago, you'd normally then use apologise. So I would like to apologise for what happened yesterday, or I'd like to apologise for my son's behaviour this term in school. He's having a hard time at home, so I'd like to apologise. You could also say, I'd like to say sorry for what happened yesterday, but apologise is a little bit more formal. Merriment. If you hurt yourself, you have a wound. A wound. Wound. Sensational. Sensational. Do you feel sensational? Fault and blame. Fault and blame. Miscarriage. Subscribe. Yes, if you're watching and you are not a subscriber of my YouTube channel, then please do click the subscribe button and the bell notification button to let you know every time I'm doing a new lesson. There's some really helpful videos coming out very soon that's going to be fantastic for those of you who work in business, who use English in your work. So do make sure you are a subscriber. If you're watching on Facebook and you don't know how to find my YouTube channel, it's in the description, either above or below this video. So go and check that out and click subscribe. Landon, how do you say delightfully? Delightfully. And neighbour. Someone you live next door to is your neighbour. Neighbour. Marmad is angry. Why are you angry, Marmad? Why are you angry? Great. Aya is subscribed to me on YouTube and Instagram. Yay! On Instagram, I'm releasing daily videos to help you with your pronunciation. So make sure you have joined me there if you are not already with me. You can find me on Instagram by typing in British English Pro. British English Pro. All one word. British English Pro. Aya has asked for archery. Archery. Leo feels like he's invisible. Why? We have military. Military. Utter. Strengths. Aid. Behind. He's behind you. Ulcer. Sannyasi, I'm sorry I can't pronounce that, it said, who are you? Are you an English teacher? I'm just curious. I'm curious. You have curiosity, you are curious. My name is Anna and I teach English via Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. That's who I am. How do you pronounce thumb? Thumb. Thumb. As I have my thumb out, if you haven't already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. It tells YouTube that you like this kind of video and it helps YouTube to help me in the future. So if you haven't already and you find this useful, obviously I'm doing this for free, give it a thumbs up. That'll be really helpful. It helps Facebook too, so you can do it on Facebook as well. Okay, 5 more minutes guys and then I'm going to wrap up. How do you say the number 3? 3. So we always stick our tongue between our teeth with THs, apart from the names Thomas and Teresa. There may be 1 or 2 other examples where a TH is not pronounced with the tongue between the teeth, but always follow the rule, tongue between the teeth for a TH. Nothing else, just THs. What's the difference between ridiculous and ludicrous? Check it on Google. Check it on Google for the exact difference. But if something's ridiculous, something's ludicrous, then for me they're interchangeable. Courage, Sunny. Courage. Beautiful. Oh, okay. So this is an interesting one. When we say of, a piece of cake, a cup of tea, we pronounce the F like a V. Of. A cup of tea, a piece of cake. But then if we turn the light off, that's an F. Off, of, off, of. How should I pronounce better? How should I pronounce better? Better. Routine. Cavalier, yes, I think most people are aware that what I do here is standard British English. Of course, it's different in many other accents in the UK. There are a number of regional UK accents which are slightly different. If you're interested in regional accents for the UK, I do also have an accent series where I cover lots of different accents. We've done Liverpool, we've done Cockney, people from London, we've done the West Country, and Ireland, Northern Ireland. I think that's it so far. We have many others coming up, so do check those out if you enjoy accents. Wolf, Neil, lock. So if you go to Scotland, they have lochs, which is the big bodies of water, a loch, in which the mythical monster Loch Ness lives. Loch. Okay, so lots and lots of comments. So guys, if I haven't read out any of your comments, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's simply because there are lots and lots of messages, and so it's very difficult. I only see about 3 at a time, and then they just scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. And like so far on Facebook, I've had 321 messages, so it's impossible for me to read all of them. So please don't take it personally. It's simply that I can't read your comments fast enough, okay? Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, but I do hope you found that interesting and helpful. Don't forget, the main focus of today's lesson was the R sound. If you can make a huge difference to your accent, it will probably be by correcting your R sound. So don't tap it, don't trill it, just do r, r, r. And in many cases, as we discussed earlier in the lesson, we don't pronounce it at all. So be very aware of that, okay? If you don't know by now, my name is Anna. This is English Like a Native. My reason for being here is to help you to learn English in a very easy, relaxed way, just like a native would. So I try to do it through fun and through interesting lessons. For example, I teach English through song, so I'll break down the lyrics of your favourite songs. I teach English through dramatic monologues, making it interesting and entertaining. My name is spelled A-N-N-A, Anna. That's how you spell it, and you pronounce it Anna, Anna. I have many lessons already in the archives, so if you want to check out some of the other things I've done, go and have a look at those. Like I say, I'm also on Facebook. If you're not there, come and join me on Facebook, and on Instagram, where I'm doing daily pronunciation lessons. If you're not already a subscriber on YouTube, then please do click the big red subscribe button. Everything I do for you is free, and therefore you can help me out. Just show your appreciation by clicking subscribe, which means YouTube will help me to promote what I'm doing. If you want private lessons or you want more help from me on a personal level, there are options. I have a WhatsApp group for Gold members, and Gold members also get a live call every week for 10 minutes with a native English speaker. If you're interested in that, then you can send me a private message on the Facebook group or on Instagram, and I'll let you know all about the prices for that. Or you can have individual pronunciation one-to-one calls with me, or just conversation practice with me. Again, just send me a private message on Facebook or Instagram, and I will send you all the details. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I always enjoy speaking to you. Yeah, so have a lovely day. I'm going to carry on now, drinking my tea and go and do some work. Take care. Have a lovely day. And goodbye. Oh, end that one.